leader in our community, somebody who, as a native Las Vegan, I seems like have been there my entire life, and somebody who brings a tremendous amount of public sector knowledge and experience to the private sector, and how that can benefit how we achieve sustainability in our community. And so please come on up and join us, Jan Jones Blackhurst, and she will be our next speaker.
Thank you. I'm going to be pretty direct today because I'm not running for anything, so I can. I feel like I've been giving the same speech to this community for the last 30 years. Let's go back to 1991 and look what the issues were. The issues were responsible growth, preservation of downtown, growth on the Las Vegas Strip, building out our hospitality offering, homelessness, new energy, water conservation, mass transportation, highway systems, affordable housing, responsible representation of women and other underserved populations, both in business and in government. So where are we today? We've made some progress. Downtown's doing really well. We've got an incredible system of highways. We're finally getting to a mass transportation that will actually link not only the Strip with the Boring Company to the airport, but allow us to do it in an energy-efficient way. We put together a pretty comprehensive plan. We had a crisis intervention center on Main Street. In that crisis intervention center, there were representatives from city, county, state, federal, veterans. So all they had to do was walk in, have an intake, and be sent to a cubicle to be told where to access services. We had long-term care, we had short-term care, we had housing we built the first SRO for people who were transitioning so they would have a place to live. We started affordable housing with Arnie Stock. 30 years later, it's all gone. We're starting over again. We have a tendency to be more competitive than collective. We've got a lot of different governments that are all working hard to do good things, but they don't talk particularly well with each other, because then who's going to get the credit? I can't tell you how many commissions I've sat on that were to be regional in nature. We were going to really sit down and we were going to talk about how to do this. And it's why I'm so pleased to see the composition of this group today and Lauren's dedication at making sure you had representatives from government, from business, from NGOs, but you really have to have a plan. You need to measure against that plan. You need to hold elected officials and government accountable for supporting that plan. And you need to do it in a focused way. Because if you don't, 20 years from now, we're going to be sitting here again with the very best of intentions, but with not a lot to show for what it makes to build a sustainable community. Do you know how many people don't even know what a wonderful place Las Vegas is? And it drives me nuts. Zach was talking about economic diversification. Well, there's sort of a reason we haven't been very successful with economic diversification. First of all, if you go out and look, what do we always talk about? Oh, we've got a terrible education system. Oh, we don't do this well. Now, if you're a company coming and all you're hearing is how bad our education is and how bad our water quality is and how bad, I think you're going to maybe take a second to look somewhere else. So I would say to this group today, we're on the precipice of finally really being the community I think we all want to be, one that's responsible, one that invests in human capital, not just in infrastructure, one that is looking to tell a story about Nevada that resonates not only with the people who live here, but the people we want to relocate here. A story that actually shows definitive results. How do we build the community that all of you believe in? That's why you're a part of ConveneNV. It takes focus. Know what we're trying to fix. It takes measurement. What do we look like today? What do we want to look like in 5 years? And in 5 years, what do we look like? It takes accountability. Accountability not just of elected officials and government entities, but accountability of business and of community groups, that this matters and that it's not going to happen on its own. Coalition, not competition. Got to find a way that we work together. I'm so pleased that ConveneNV has stayed as steadfast, that the group is looking for what those core initiatives are. Don't try to solve everything. Pick the ones that we've really been trying to solve for decades: homelessness, affordable housing, efficient energy. And then make sure that you're measuring against your ability to achieve those goals and holding yourself and everyone in the community accountable that we make it happen. Thank you.